Faye was only wearing a slip dress with the straps. The front of the dress was so low that it almost revealed her entire chest. It was clear that she was wearing nothing underneath. The dress was extremely short, barely covering her thighs. She did not seem to be wearing any underwear either. Wilbur was almost certain she was completely bare. Her exquisite features were enhanced with light makeup, and the dress left little to the imagination. She was making it almost impossible for Wilbur to resist. He turned away hurriedly, worried his nose might start bleeding if he stared any longer. That would be embarrassing. Faye swayed down the staircase. She took out a bottle of wine, then a bottle of champagne. She set both bottles down at the dining table and sat down across from Wilbur. She poured out 2 glasses, raising one of them. "To you, boss." "No. Today's your day. I have a gift for you." Wilbur took out the jade necklace and passed it to Faye. Faye gasped, setting her glass down, and took a closer look. She knew a thing or two about the quality of a jade and was able to tell at once that it was an imperial jade, which was extremely costly. She put the necklace on at once, beaming at Wilbur. "Thank you. I didn't expect that you'd get me something. It must have cost you a fortune." "I wouldn't say it cost much. In fact, I didn't spend a penny on it," Wilbur said, raising his glass. Faye raised her eyebrows. It would appear that the necklace had a story behind it. She grew curious, clinking glasses with Wilbur and taking a sip before asking, "Can you tell me about it?" Thus, Wilbur told Faye the full story of how he got the jade, and Faye was stunned after he was done. Wilbur chuckled. "Is it really that shocking?" Faye paused for a while before shaking her head. "I'm not shocked by how you got it. I'm just shocked you went out of the way like that just to get me a present." "Thank you, boss." Wilbur coughed. Don't mention it." At that moment, Faye's heart was filled with a warm feeling. Wilbur was the owner of Cape International, with countless assets and powers that were beyond imagination. Faye practically saw him as a god then. He had all that going on, but still took the time to make a gift for her. That must mean that she meant something to him. "Thank you so much." Faye raised her glass, overwhelmed by her emotions. Wilbur raised his glass as well, and the 2 of them drained their glasses. The 2 of them wined and dined after that. Maybe it was because it was her birthday, but Faye seemed extra chatty that night. Not long after, the champagne was all gone. Faye opened the bottle of wine, and the 2 of them continued drinking. Faye chugged down glass after glass, and so did Wilbur. The 2 of them were going through the wine pretty fast. However, whatever Faye was wearing was far more distracting. The slightest movement would reveal something new, and she had even unknowingly flashed Wilbur several times. Wilbur was doing his best not to look, but Faye either seemed excited or she was purposefully flashing him over and over. The dinner lasted over 2 hours, and Faye finally passed out on the dining table from the wine. Wilbur let out a long breath. He felt like he had just gone through a war. Had Wilbur not been a man of great willpower, he would have succumbed to Faye's charms a long time ago. He sighed silently.